not fire. Everybody think big, wake up when they sleep, when they dream big. Everybody one blow, get it with it, talking about being rich. Then I know that one step, hard work, small, get there. Me, I tell you, get tall. How you say you're running when you came for? Nothing is bigger than you. Yes, say you know the truth. If you not see it today, tomorrow will come for you. Sometimes the road will be bad. You understand the right. When it comes back to you, you got only you by your side. Only you by your side. Only you by your side. When you fall, if you know that you not wanna be sorry, that you're not gonna part two. You my girl. When you fall, you know what to do. You shouldn't be struggling. That you're not gonna part two. It's life, oh life. You not get no part two. I not get no part two. Me oh you for true. Everybody on stage. Everybody wanna be on front page. Everybody aim higher. Kissing all the people who are complain. That brother where you sit there, the sister where you sit there won't stare. Me I get my story before the hustle show fail. Yeah. Nothing is bigger than you. Yourself, you know the truth. If you not find it today, tomorrow will be for you. Sometimes the road will be bad. You always learn on your right. When it comes back to you, you got only you in this life. Only you in this life. Only you in this life. When you're falling, if you know that you not wanna be sorry, that you're not gonna part two. You my girl. When you're falling, you know what to do. You shouldn't be struggling. That you're not gonna part two. It's life, oh life. You not get no part two. I not get no part two. Me oh you oh for true. Maybe if we do this, maybe we could make it to a new place. Maybe we could look far, just maybe we can go far. Even if we cross it, small, we will get there. Even if we go wrong, maybe we can write it, then we roll on. Nothing is bigger than you. Yourself, you know. If you not get it today, tomorrow will come for you. Sometimes the road will be bad. You'll understand you're right. When it comes back to you, just get up and hold your light. Your light. You must hold your light. You must hold your light. When you're falling, if you know that you not wanna be sorry, that you're not gonna part two. You my girl. You need to shine your light. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody tear you down. No. You deserve better. You know you deserve better. You not get nobody to you want for you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, men and women, welcome to Lieutenant Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Wake up the low 50s in Providence, Rhode Island. What the day would be like? I don't know. I didn't check. But I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. So we got a lot to talk about this morning. So sad about my people in Ukraine. I keep watching the devastation in that country, the struggle for survival of some people. Then again, I look to our own nation to see the rising COVID-19 issues. It's so sad and mind-boggling that all these things are happening. Let me turn on my volume a little bit. All these things are happening and right in our midst. So all we can do is, like good Christians, pray that things will get better. Okay? So continue praying. The struggle continues. Somebody asked me, why you always say the struggle continues? It continues. So my topics for today are one, saving or selling Liberia cheap. That's a big question. Two, the collaborating political parties, Saga, CPP Saga, continues. The case delayed for what? And three, my people on the Buduburam refugee camp, we're still there. Let me take a coffee break and the struggle continues. The struggle continues. Well, we're back. So, saving or selling Liberia. Every morning we get up, it's a new issue. We listened to Spoon TV the other day with Rodney C., the editor of Front Page Africa, the profound newspaper of Liberia, talking about the airport issue, the corruption going on in our country, and just the breakdown of civility among our people. What's wrong with our people? What's going on? Something can be set it right, man. With this thing not right. So let's take a few minutes and listen to our people in Grand Jide, the group in Monrovia, where the election officer can be found. What kind of nation is this? What's going on in our country when election official disappears and we can't find him? So the people in Monrovia responded to this. Let's hear them.
We have with us the member of the Nyawo UAT Monrovia branch. I have a special press statement to be read to the public on the ongoing situation in Grand Jide County concerning the mysterious disappearance of senior staff of the National Elections Commission, Mr. Alfred T. Dunlap.
Now you at we are about to speak to the press. Say you. We are about to have peace talk. Say you. Mana. Where to?
Thank you very much, Nyanti Na. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the special press release by the Liberty Monrovia chapter. We will focus on happening in county recently between Kunebu and so welcome, please join us as we start the ball rolling. And now we give our attention to the LG. LG?
Yeah.
Okay,
thank you very much, Sylvester, and thank you to all for your presence here today. Okay. Now youth at NYA, O Matari Estate, Monrovia, Liberia. Date May 11, 2022. Reference official press release. We are grateful to God Almighty and wish to extend our profound gratitude to the local authority of Grand Gila County, the Traditional Council, Civil Society Organization, members of the Fourth Estate, Grand Gila Association in Americas, the Neo Development Association in Americas, the Neo Development Association in Monrovia and its environs, Honorable Ellis Chesia Grant, Honorable E. Roy Madison Guyon, the Neo and Kunebo youth, both urban and rural, Honorable Kai G. Fade, Superintendent of Grand Gila County, Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Peno, Movement for Development, the student community, and all peaceful citizens of Grand Gila County for their level of efforts applied since the mysterious disappearance of the of Honorable Alfred Donner. Mr. Donner is a born patriot, a nationalist, and a prominent son of Grand Gila County, who always stands for the truth in the face of tyranny and tyranny. As such, this incident shocked everyone. Today is Mr. Donner, a stakeholder of our county. We do not know what may happen next. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the Neo Youth RT Monrovia branch deeply regrets and is seriously concerned about the mysterious disappearance of Mr. Alfred T. Donner, a NEC acting magistrate of Grand Gila County. This has brought a serious uprising between Neo and Kunebo in recent days and has the propensity of creating chaos among us as a people. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, upon hearing this heartbreaking news, the Neo Youth RT Monrovia branch has been in touch with the youth on ground, including the local authority. We are in constant communication with the search team in making sure that the living body of Mr. Alfred T. Donner is found. According to sources, Mr. Alfred T. Donner was taken to the sick bush in Neo by his mother and two brothers with the sole purpose of taking care of him, while Mr. Alfred T. Donner's wife promised to join them the next day. Unfortunately, upon Mr. Alfred T. Donner's wife's departure to the sick bush in Neo, as she promised, she got informed that her husband, Mr. Alfred T. Donner, got missing with his laptop.
Down, mysterious death, down, kidnapping, down, disunity, down, foul, unity, foul.
Let it be known to the general public that there is the very first of its kind since the foundation of Neo. From time immemorial, Neo has been a peaceful and hospitable environment in Grand Gila County, and we will forever regret the mysterious disappearance of brother, our father, our in-law, and son in person of Alfred T. Donner. Given the above mention, we categorically condemn the violence displayed by the both sections, Kunembo and Neo, and call on them to remain peaceful and unanimously go in search of our brother, Mr. Alfred T. Donner. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, Neo Youth RT and the entire Neo community, home and abroad, are mostly concerned about the section of the living body of Mr. Alfred T. Donner. Gone are those days of jungle justice. As a civilized society, we must always create a room for a law to take its course. We want to use this. We want to use this medium to ask all of our people to remain calm and law-abiding, as the local authority is doing its best in restoring total calm and fetching the living body of Mr. Alfred T. Donner. At this juncture, we humbly beseech the local authority, the joint security apparatus, the traditional council, civil society organization, members of the Fourth Estate, and all well-meaning Grangidians to honestly search and bring back the living body of Mr. Alfred T. Donner sound and well. Long live the people of Neo. Long live the people of Kunemo. Long live the people of Grand Gila County. Long live the people of the Republic of Liberia. Signed, Freeman Wisborg Gay, Secretary General, Neo Youth RT Monrovia Branch.
Okay, well, you see, This video is a response to what's happening in Grand Gila County. How can a whole county official just disappear? The man was taken to the witch doctor to be cured of some sickness. Now, the wife go to see him the next day. They can't find the man. Right now, they are interrogating the witch doctor. This, like he said right in his statement, has the propensity to promote violence in our country. When we start having our elected officials, our election officials disappearing, what does that indicate? That people intend to rig the election. People intend to steal, to do fraudulent behaviors, acts during the electoral period. Or they just don't like that man because maybe he stands for principles, for doing the right things that they don't stand for. So right now, the election, we're not even close to the end of this year. And we see things starting to happen that we have not seen in our society, nor can we condone. So this is one of the first issues we got to confront. The issues of pending violence due to malicious behaviors of supporters and candidates vying for election in the various counties. Where is the security? Where are the law enforcement officers? Second thing, this massive stealing in our country is intolerable. It's totally intolerable. Look at the issue with the passports. According to Henry Costa, 800 passports or more were sold in 1 year. He didn't say sold, but they were issued out. We do have 800 diplomats in our country. So how will 800 passports, diplomatic passports, not ordinary passports, diplomatic passports, over 800 diplomatic passports issued in 1 year? To who? To who? Besides the handful of government officials we have that are entitled to passports, diplomatic passports, you have Ellen Johnson's children and other people getting passports at the end of Ellen Johnson's and the Johnson-Sirleaf's administration. They were getting diplomatic passports. Why? They were no longer diplomats in the government. They were leaving the government, but yet there they were getting diplomatic passports to perpetrate crimes, to do fraudulent behaviors and acts using the name of the Republic of Liberia. Now you see, these are the things that break our society, that break our government, that break every structure in our country down, where our own officials are perpetrators of evil against the Liberian people. Who can we turn to? The very people who are supposed to be the custodians of things that are in the interest of the Liberian people are the very people that are betraying us and selling our things and our livelihood. Then besides selling it, we got the local violence going on where people killing people, the ritualistic killings and the violence, propensity for violence is becoming profound. Profound. How do we deal with all these things in our society? Things we're supposed to be freeing our society of, freeing our people of, giving them ideals and standards for better living. Here we are, the same government officials just tearing our country apart, tearing it apart, bringing it down to nothing. What is left for the Liberian people? The masses stealing 800 passports, diplomatic passport issued out in 1 year. In 2 or 3 months, over 200. Over 200. So who issuing all these diplomatic passports? People gotta be punished in our country, my people. For too long, criminals have gotten by with impunity, 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 impunity. We have not punished these people. Now every day we sit down and complain about the stealing, we complain about the incompetence, we complain about the violation of our laws and our governances. Every day we're complaining. But yet we never see our leaders punishing anybody for it. Everybody they're all buddies. They're all sleeping with each other, getting away with crime against the Liberian people. How long will we do this? How long will our nation sustain this kind of stealing and illicit behaviors of our leaders? How long? How much more will our people suffer in ignorance and gullibility, cheering for the very rogues that are stealing from them, perpetrating the same crimes against themselves because they're supporting the criminals who are stealing from us? How long, man, will we linger in darkness and blindness and gullibility and stupidity and wantonness? How long? When will we have good leaders that will stand up and have integrity, dignity, and be strong men and women for Liberia? Better than ever before. I'm not talking about trouble time. I'm not talking about Tottenham time. Those eras were dark eras too. Those eras got us where we are today. Because Tottenham maintained himself in power like a damn king. And we have no king in our democracy. When you maintain yourself in power as a king, our democracy is there, whether you believe it or not. And that's why Tottenham bore the brunt of Tottenham's legacy of governance for over 30 years, almost 30 years. What kind of thing is that? Why you want to rule a country for 30 years like a king? Why? Why? What good has it got us? What good has it done for this nation? It destroyed our country. Everything Tottenham built, Tottenham destroyed because he stayed in power too long. Now here we are, we suffer from the same things where people are trying to stay in power when they are not competent for the job. They just think because you got people following you and cheering you, you can stay in power and do illicit criminal behaviors and acts against the Liberian people. Enough is enough. Enough is damn well enough. We got to come to our senses. We got to understand that there's a better life for us other than these rogues leading us, these criminals leading us. Come on, my people. Wake up. The time of the Liberian people is now. We can't go on like this. All this stealing, money laundering. When we got so sophisticated and start doing money laundering? Everywhere you turn around, all this corruption. Look at all George Weah then brought to Liberia, stealing and money laundering. Look at that whole centennial program they had, sponsored by a man who got false passport, sponsored by a man who's a criminal, charged with crimes in America. Look at the other man running for the political party. He in jail right now. And where is he? Chesson. All these people stealing and coming to Liberia to lead us. Social rogues. How you come to lead political party in Liberia, then as soon as you step in America, they jail you for stealing. What's wrong with our people, man? What's wrong with all this corruption and stealing and lawlessness? It gotta stop. It gotta stop. And it got to stop with the punishment of our government officials. It gotta stop. We gotta send a loud and clear message to these people. You can't touch our money. Deny your money. It's not for you. You have no right to it. How you can just come and feel that you can take our money? What gives you that right? You got no right like that. So my people, we gotta rise up, man. We gotta do better than this for our children, for ourselves, for our future of our nation. We gotta do better. We gotta stand up for better. So that's where we are. Are we saving or selling Liberia cheap? Because if we're saving Liberia, we gotta do better than what we're doing on the local front. With all the disappearances, with all the lawlessness, with all the killings, with all the stealing, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. If we want to stop people from selling our country, we gotta punish them. We gotta set standards of discipline that will not back down from. We gotta set laws that will not change and will implement to the fullest. The laws on the books are there. All the laws we got there, we're not implementing the laws. Everything is for peace sake. The years for peace sake are over. That were during Tottenham and Tobotan. We've advanced beyond the era of for peace sake. This is no more Congo leadership. This is Liberian leadership. Eh? This is indigenous leadership now. Nobody here Congo people, so we can't do things for peace sake. We do things because of the law. And the time is right. The shenanigans and foolishness and backwardness in our country must cease in these days. The time for serious leadership is upon us. Are we ready to accept the challenges before us? Are we men and women to stand up and speak up and say what we want and mean what we say? Is it that time? Are we the leaders and masters of our own destiny and not stooges and puppets and dummies of other nations and peoples? Are we? The time of the Liberian people is now. Aluta. Continue. My class is done on this topic. I take a break and I'll be back to continue the show. So what's happening in Liberia with the CPP saga, collaborating political parties, CPP of Liberia saga continues. What's happening with it? We heard the other day they were in court. It was so funny. They were in court and they were coming out. The noise were there so much. Everybody was there. Alec coming, people were there yelling, cheering up. So I was like, oh, Alec Cummings got sense now. He paying people now, he's better now you than did the last time. Now. I said, yeah, he understanding the game now. You know, you sit down and you run a campaign. You think you just come and just be talking like that? No, the people pay the people to come and disrupt. So Alec Cummings smell the rat. He said, oh yeah, better now you can do it. Chesson talking there. Let me do my show too. So all communist people were there. They quote on Tuesdays. Ella coming hero. Ella coming hero. DB. Oh Lord, the judge got scared. I heard they jump on Serena Cephas, the Solicitor General. Get that man, get that rat. Get that little rat, get that man, get that rat, get that. And so we don't see what to come about. So the judge smelled a rat too. This is the judge smelled a rat. He said, "No, the thing can't go on. We're not going today. So let's postpone this court. Let's postpone this case." So the judge come to the decision that he wants to postpone the case because of the crowd outside. That was his reason for postponing the case. Can you imagine? A poor Elliot coming lawyer pissed off where they told come and say, no, this is not right. This is a travesty of justice. This is a this and that. This is what do you call it? He calls kind of name. He said, "Oh man," they all pissed off because the judge looked around all the time. He said, "No, this court not secure." These people chanting. He said, "No, the crowd outside too much. So let me postpone this case." And we don't know when the case is going to start right now. So this is a monkey trial. I told you all ab initio from the beginning, from the very, very beginning, that this was a political case. You cannot bring political cases into the court of law, whether you want to strategize to win an election or punish your opponents or whatever. When you bring it in the political in the courtroom, you tarnish the reputation of our court, integrity of our court. Now it's becoming to be a little yo funny game. You say I say, you say I say, and then sooner or later they either got to throw this case out or we're going into a violent situation. The propensity to promote violence. So here we are again with the same word, propensity to promote violence. Because you can't bring this thing into a courtroom. It's a public forum. You got two opposing parties. You bring this shenanigans political game into the political arena and you expect to have civility or civil dealing among these people. It can't happen. It will not happen. So here we are again with the 6 and 7. Here we are again. When will they let comes off the hook? Because each day is getting deeper and deeper into some nonsensical nonsense we can't make sense of. Every day they try this case, it's getting worse. The witnesses list growing. Serena Silva bringing everybody in. Bringing the cook, the kitchen cleaner, the street sweeper, the bedroom cleaner, the chamber washer. Serena Silva bringing everybody to testify. So they got a long list of people to testify. The people don't even know what they testify to. They just got it on their list. So they got to come testify now. Then we got the other loafer incident where they got the militants up there again. My people, our country is just gone amok. It's just run amok. You know, no stability, no standards, no laws, no rules, no good leadership. Everybody just doing what they want to do. So for us who know better, we sit now watching and trying to see when this whole charade will just come crashing down on somebody. Why will come crashing down on somebody? Because the way our country is going, the way they got these elections in court and these parties joining and dividing and fighting among themselves, it will lead to something sooner or later. That's the same thing that happened in 1980. I warned you. When our people started fussing among themselves and acting stupid and ignorant, it left the door open for anything to happen. A hint to the wise is sufficient. I rest my case. Aluta continua. Now let me talk about my people on the Buduburam camp. Let me take a break, sip on my coffee because there's a lot going on with my people over there. Okay? Hang on with me. Bear with me, bear with me. Let me take my break. I'll be right back. So, my people on the Buduburam refugee camp, Dr. Glenn S. Prescott, MD, MPH, Community Self-Help Vocational Baking School, is up and running tremendously. I want to thank our benefactor, Dr. Prescott. I want to thank all our sponsors and other people who are related to this effort. Our $500 donators, we thank you. Our $250 and $200 donators, we thank you very much. This project is on the way and is blessed, blessed, blessed. So, you all, I think you all saw the video of my people getting the gowns. For you who didn't see it, here it is.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, 600 boys. I am here. What are you saying? So thank you to the CEO and thank you for the sponsor. Okay, I'm on it. Everyone already. You're saying if already there, I already. We're not here. Don't be nice one. I tell you that I'll be a fan. Yes, one in one of the second time. Thank you for the sponsor that provided so much for us. Let's go. Let's not come and get too loud from the Our sponsor can see you. You won't take the deep corner. Dennis. Where is coming? You're well. Sorry. Nina Guyan. No feel not being old you. Yeah. Energy great. Great. Man.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you, Papa. Yes, I sorry.
Yes, Preston. I'm
What? Don't get no.
Nobody go inside there.
Press what? When are you finished? Well, go ahead now.
Mama, don't worry.
Take your son and start. We need to this position. The number.
See, Thomas.
Family and just say, family say, family say, I mean, something may come up.
So we do indeed say thank you to all of our sponsors. Wherever you are, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now that you know this school is not only a baking school, this school is a baking center too. And this school is an educational center too. We also have our baking school one side in one room, and we have another school room pending renovation. That would be our sewing and computer education schoolrooms. So right now we're in the process of renovation. So I want to take you right now to on the scene to where our people are renovating the new schoolroom, getting it ready for our sewing class and our computer literacy program. So join us as we go through. Let's do it.
Liberian communication this morning is Liberian conversation. This show this morning, yeah, you are feeling, I want to see up there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. That was my crew working, getting back together. In the background, you could hear the CEO, Roland Son Joloka, go on with the affairs of the work going there. It's ongoing right now. The carpenter is tearing his roof and tearing all the things apart, and we're going to start putting concrete walls and putting new roof by the end of this week. Our sewing class should be up and almost ready to go. So the building will be complete. Then we got to start looking for our equipment, for the sewing machines and the computers, and we need your help. This is where we need your help. This is so good for the education of these young people. People complain they're not doing nothing, they're just there. We started this school and they are enthusiastic about it just as I am and my wife is, and we need to keep this thing going. So we're appealing to you now. We're going working on the other schools. The renovation has started. So by the end of this week, we hope that this building will be complete. All the supplies have been bought. The carpenter it has been paid. It just need for the work to be done. We thank you. We thank all our sponsors who have been with us thus far. We appreciate your kindness. And you can see we're not slacking. We're putting everything you gave us into use. As we said, we're going to do it. We're struggling to make life better for our people somewhere in the world. And thank you for helping us. Aluta. Continua. My class is done. Have a good day, my people. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. My class is done. Dun, 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 dun.